Good morning from London, I'm Kay Barron. Welcome to Style SOS, where we solve the season's biggest fashion dilemmas. Today I'm going to be showing you how to work the fall winter 21 trends into your wardrobe now. The first mood that we're going to talk to is investment pieces, and I am delighted that brands are still showing a lot of love for the classics that never go out of fashion. For example, Valentino opened with a black tailored jacket and a white shirt and continued to pay homage to it throughout the entire show. Tailoring is key in this, and especially the blazer. Personally for me, I love a slightly boyish tailored jacket just because I'm quite small. But the oversized silhouette continues to be really popular for fall winter 21. For example, this one by Jacquemus, which is a much more relaxed fit. That looser shape actually looks great with a much narrower tailored pant. I think if you wear it with a wider leg trouser like these, it might get slightly overwhelming. And again, just with that white silk shirt underneath, it looks incredible. For investment pieces, accessories are key. Designers are continuing to make their own forever pieces. For example, Saint Laurent, who always design an incredibly classic handbag, have got this new shape for the season, and it's actually quite nice to avoid going for black, even though I know that is the safest option for a lot of people. But actually, if you wear quite a lot of black, the best thing to do is go for a different kind of neutral tone. You may not think that green is a neutral, but it's something that actually will go with every single piece that you have in your wardrobe, from suiting to your classic denim and your favorite pieces of knitwear. And while it's not revolutionary, fall winter 21 is also about a really great coat. I know that we have all spent most of the last year at home and not really thinking about outerwear, but now is the time to change that mindset. We've seen some great trenches, some oversized, full length kind of mannish coats, but the one that I'm really excited to see the return of is the cape. Again, Valentino dedicated their show pretty much to the cape, and something like this, which is from J.W. Anderson, again in that classic camel that really does work with every single skin tone. You can throw that over any look from day to evening. It's something that you'll continue to love in your wardrobe for many, many seasons to come. The second piece we're going to talk about, and it might be quite obvious because we are talking about fall winter 21, is knitwear. But this isn't knitwear as you know it, this is much more statement pieces. Kim Jones, for his debut at Fendi this season, cropped it, and J.W. Anderson created the most amazing sculptural shapes with it. It's a great place to play with colour and just have a bit of fun with it. These are not the jumpers and the knitwear that you have been sat at home in for the last year. This is knitwear that makes more of a statement that you will want to take out and show off when we can. Designers really have gone for it and had a lot of fun with knitwear over the past few seasons. Gucci has fun with everything. Who knew we would be coveting cardigans this season? I am definitely coveting this, and there's also a long line one from Saint Laurent that has my name on it. But with the cropped, again, I think that the best way to wear them is with a pair of high-waisted jeans. The flare is definitely back for fall winter 21 as well. So it's now back into a high waist, belted, and just with a long line straight to the floor. But this season as well, there's actually something quite sexy about knitwear, which might sound like a contradiction, but it's not, and that is the knitted dress. This is something that we've seen become incredibly popular over the last few seasons because it's actually super flattering. And actually, this one by Kate is incredible. It's a stretched rib knit, and it does amazing things for your body, and also has this incredibly flattering neckline. I think now it's time to start revealing some skin again. I know that when you are maybe considering a fitted dress, you would probably go for something black because you think it's more flattering, but actually in this chocolate, it's actually gorgeous against every skin tone, so I would encourage you to try that too. While you may want to wear a fitted dress for evening, it actually works incredibly well for day, especially if you pair it with over-the-knee second skin boots, which are huge this season and will continue to be a key investment piece and a forever piece in your closet from time to come. And the final mood for fall winter 21 is leather, or more specifically, everything black leather. There are so many iterations of it, and you can play with it in any way that you feel comfortable. You could go super sexy, like Tom Ford did. Of course he did, that's exactly what we want from Tom Ford. You could do more of a punk girl, as Simone Rocha did, with biker jackets with tutus, or you could go quite feminine and pretty with leather and lace, as Gabrielle Hearst did. Or you could go for something in the middle, which is what I actually prefer to do. I do love the idea of black leather coming back. I don't feel like we've actually worn black leather for a while. Or you can mix them all together. I do love the contrast of black leather and lace, maybe in not such a pretty way, but something that's a lot more versatile, especially when you're playing with something like this, which is actually quite a denser lace, so it doesn't feel as transparent. Personally, with these culottes, I do like to wear a boot that basically disappears underneath them, but of course they do look as good with a pair of heels. For somebody who does feel more in the Gabriela Hearst world, which is more feminine and romantic, then I do urge you to try the leather dress. It's something quite unexpected, especially for evening, but it's so beautiful and I think you will feel like the coolest person in the room as well. You would definitely not be able to get away from patent leather for fall winter 21. I do love it. I love that there's something quite brilliantly 80s about it. But the best way to play with it, I think, is in accessories, especially in boots. And in outerwear, because actually you can just throw that over jeans and just a simple knit, and yeah, it feels a little bit 80s, but there's something quite brilliant about that too. And finally, as a 4 for the price of 3 trend for fall winter 21, there is a Mood of Heritage, and I think it's really exciting because it feels that it nods to craftsmanship, it nods to the classics, but also it feels quite uniquely British. I do love that there's so much tweed and Prince of Wales check around. Chloe have done this amazingly this season, and actually as soon as you put this on, it turns this look into a much more kind of daytime appropriate dressing, and actually it also works with a statement knit, so everything's coming together. In terms of accessories, I think that for day, it's always all about an oversized row tote, and that instantly creates a much more kind of like practical and workable outfit. I hope that answered your style SOS, and thank you for watching.